Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with the unboxing of the Motorola Edge 70 in a special setting, a sort of barbershop. This is one of the skinniest handsets around, especially in the mid-range segment. So much so that in China they're selling it as the Motorola X70 Air. It's only 5.99 millimeters in thickness and the backside has a leather imitation texture. Compared to the predecessor, this one comes with a Snapdragon CPU, quite powerful. The predecessor had a MediaTek inside. Now this is one of the color versions. It's called Pantone Bronze Green, but we have the other color versions here. First of all, there's this one. It's called Pantone Lily Pad. And then we have this one here, which is called the Pantone Gadget Gray. Okay, so they're keeping the slope of the camera, but in spite of it being an Edge phone, it's got a flat screen. It's an OLED screen, and flat means that you're going to play games on it without a problem, without a curvature. It's an unboxing, so let's see what's inside the box. First things first, I should probably mention that we have that special smell. There's a collaboration with the brand Firmenich here, and there's a perfume in every box of every Motorola phone. Now, in the box, we find the following items. So, obviously, a bunch of manuals and useful info, README. Of course, the key used to access the slots, no more microSD, just so you know. The juridic info, the energy coefficient, and the USB-C to USB-C cable. We also have a case for it. It's transparent and has a ring here. I wonder if there's any support for any attachment of MagSafe like quality. Probably not. So let's speak about the phone. Now, among these three color hues, my favorite is obviously the one in the middle. It looks like a camo green of sorts, but the phone is going to be sold through the fact that it's quite skinny, competing with the Galaxy S25 Edge and the iPhone Air, but being much more resilient. It's only 5.99 millimeters in thickness, and it's also quite light at 159 grams. It's IP69 and IP68 certified, and I should probably mention that it's military certified, so it can definitely take a hit. It's not connected to the internet because it's not a finalized version, but I can speak a bit about it. The launch in Europe should be around November or December. It's $599, and the screen you're seeing here is of the POLED variety. It's a 6.7-inch POLED screen with a 1220p resolution, HDR10 support. It has a flat front, flat frame, and flat backside aside from the camera. Now, the interesting bit about it is that the phone comes with a Snapdragon CPU. The predecessor had a MediaTek one. The Snapdragon CPU is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, accompanied by 12 gigs of RAM as well as 256 gigabytes of storage, but there are also versions sold with 512 gigabytes of storage, so like this one here, 512 for sure. Now, aside from that, you're also getting a 50 megapixel selfie camera with a pretty small cutout, and the bezels are quite narrow. If you look at the back of the phone, it seems that you have the triple camera. It's actually a dual camera. There are two 50 megapixel sensors. The main one with quad PDAF, OIS and Pantone certified with 4K recording, and the ultra wide camera with PDAF for your, I would say, macro needs. There's no telephoto anymore. The Motorola H60 had a telephoto. They got rid of it because it made the phone beefier. That's my theory. And speaking of beefy things, the battery is quite large for such a skinny handset, 4,800 mAh. The predecessor had 5,200, so the drop is not that big. I'm expecting great things from it. 68 watt charging and even wireless charging is available here. Once again, IP69 certified, IP68 certified, and sporting a dedicated button on the side. My guess is that this button can trigger the AI functionality of Moto AI. As I said before, the AI key triggers Moto AI, and Moto AI can work as a secretary. It can recap things for you. It can also do a ton of other things here, but you need to sign in with your Moto account. It can also take notes for you, transcribe, and do a variety of other things. Obviously, this is Android 16 with a Moto UI on top of it, with a lot of customization, which you can usually find. I'm talking about personalization here. You can have your themes, your fonts, colors, icon shapes, display, layout, fingerprint animation, sounds, and a dark mode, all of them available to you. There's the gestures, of course. There's the Moto Secure and the display, and aside from the display, we should also have a connectivity, entertainment section where you can customize your gaming and your Dolby Atmos. We have the logo here for Dolby Atmos, and we have I would say stereo speakers as part of the experience. Now, the camera interface doesn't bring much novelty compared to the predecessor. I mean, pretty much the same options. We have a scanning here, we have a night vision, panorama, ultra res, photo booth, group shot, time lapse, dual capture. We have a pro mode, we have a portrait as well with 3 focal lengths. We have a photo with a macro option. We have a video with a, let's see if there's a special stabilization option or not. I see we have the horizon lock available, and I see we have HDR10 filming, which is not bad for an affordable handset. There's also slow motion with Full HD on 120 or HD at 240, and that's just some examples of the things you can do here. Now, of course, Moto also means a ton of AI features. It also means that we have Circle to Search and we have Gemini available on the handset. But once again, these are not connected to the internet just yet. Okay, so that's pretty much it. $599 going to drop pretty soon, and I have a quick comparison for you before you go. Okay, so very quick comparison. So in the right side, we have the Motorola H70. On the left, we have the Motorola H60. Now, as you can see, the newer one is skinnier than the old one, and of course, flatter. The predecessor had a curved screen. This one has a flat screen, as you can see for yourself. The diagonal has increased a bit. This is a 6.67-inch phone. This is a 6.7-inch handset, and there's been some changes for the processor. This one has a MediaTek and a more protruding camera, which also sports a telephoto as far as I remember. This one has a less protruding camera and switches to a Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Gen 4, which is a higher performing handset. So they cut one telephoto camera and they made the battery smaller. 5,200 mAh here, 4,800 here, and as an extra we also have an AI button on the side. At first glance, this is pretty much it, and I have great expectations from this one to outperform other skinny mid-range phones, although there aren't that many on the market. That's it from GSMDome.com. First contact and unboxing of the Motorola Edge70. In China, it's called Moto X70 Air because it's so skinny at only 5.99 millimeters. And by the way, this watch is a Motorola watch bundled in some countries with the phone. So what do you think? Are the changes worth it? Is the difference between the Motorola H60 and the H70 big enough to warrant a switch or not? I wait for you in the comments.